Hello and welcome to part 4 of my Arcology project. Today I'm going to talk about the central strut right here mainly, and how I've completely redesigned that. I have redesigned the central strut for two reasons mainly. If you remember from my first video, no, it's my third actually, I said that I wanted some degree of realism in my structure. So I decided to add these struts on the side right here, and this is just to make it look like it can bear the weight on top a bit better. So I did that, and I also realized that I had to make the central one bigger. And since I had decided to make the central one bigger, I also decided that I wanted to implement an elevator. So I have implemented an elevator right here. This is not my design, I have to emphasize that. I did not design this elevator, I just saw someone else make this same thing on YouTube, and I thought that, hey, this is a good design. So I made that. The bad thing about that design is that that is an even numbered symmetry elevator. So you have one part of the elevator here and another part right there. But my building is an odd numbered symmetry building. So I spent quite a lot of time trying to think about how to implement an even numbered symmetry elevator in an odd numbered building. And the only way I could think of was that I wanted to just cover the entire thing up and make it look like it is an even number symmetry elevator. So from the bottom it looks like it has only one chute right here. There are in fact two. The other one I have hidden behind this, and I think it looks nicer this way. I don't want glass on this side as well, because that ruins the entire structure, I think. So let's take a ride to the top. There we are. As you can see from the top, this now looks like it is 3 wide instead of just one, as it looked like from the bottom, because it really doesn't matter and it just looks better this way. Installing the elevator in itself was not so difficult. That was the easy part. It was very easy to think of a way of getting up, but when I got to the top I started to think about, how the hell do I get down again? I know this is creative mode, I can just fly down, and for quite a while I did just that. But like I said in my last video, I want some degree of realism, and so I thought about it long and hard for quite a while, and I was thinking that maybe I could like create a waterfall on the outside and ride that up and down, and then I discarded that possibility, and then I thought about creating some sort of hole right here and create some stairs or whatever, and I discarded that possibility as well, before I came up with the solution. And the solution is this: why not use the chute itself? Because if we jump down right here, we have another space, another block we can drop down through. So that's what I did, and I'm fairly happy with the way I solved that particular problem. If you notice the room I was just in, this is a room I'm going to talk about in my next video, not in this one, because I've done so much since the last time. And today I'm mainly going to talk about the elevator itself. So I'm going to show you a bit of the redstone wiring. For those of you who have seen this design before, know this design, but for those of you who haven't, I'm going to give you a small tour of how you do it. Alright, so on the other side of this wall right here is the button I just pushed to get up, and that sets a redstone signal down here. This one is the first piston. It pushes you up, and I have to say right now, this is not a guide, this is not a how-to. I'm just taking it through the very basic stuff. And as you can see right here, there's a lot of redstone wiring and repeaters set on different delays, and it sends a signal up. And what it basically does is that it extends some sticky pistons, that extends some regular pistons. And through the magic of redstone wiring, we somehow get to the top. I will probably provide a link in the description on how to make this elevator, but the best thing you can do is just to find someone else who has made a guide of this, because at first it is a bit difficult to understand how you do it, but once you just get the entire thing, once you just get it, you know, this is not so difficult to make. So as you can see right here, I have created an elevator, and I've also tried to implement the aqueduct that used to go down this central strut before. It's still in there. I think it's here, I think. Yes, this is it. Alright, so here's the old aqueduct, and that was actually the most difficult part, trying to figure out how to make that in such a way that there would be no backwash. So the most important thing when you're creating an aqueduct is to make sure that all the water is flowing in the same direction, or else whatever you're trying to transport down the aqueduct will end up somewhere and you don't know where. And I went through a lot of different designs on how to create that aqueduct, and I finally got it to work. And I'm not even going to try and show you how I did it, because I'm not really sure myself. But it works now, and I've also made a couple of changes up here as well. I'm going to talk about that in my 5th video, not in this one, because this is quite long as it is right now. And on that note, and the sunrise, I think that this video is now finished. So stay tuned for my 5th video. I will upload that sometime later. But for now, stay tuned. I've been Amphibiot.